According to the CBI, over 40% of startup failures are directly down to poor product market fit. Not funding or competition, but building something that people don't actually want. Hi, I'm Ian, co-founder of Focus 15, and today I'm talking about product market fit. So first of all, what is it? Well, broadly speaking, it means having a product that can satisfy or meet the needs of a market, and there is solid enough evidence that enough people will pay for it to make a business work. Investors love talking about it, but it's also really important for founders. There are loads of different indicators people use to measure it, such as number of users or customers or revenue. One of the more trendy definitions these days is to ask customers, how disappointed would you be if you were not able to use the product? And if 40% or more say very disappointed, you can consider you have product market fit. But there's much more to it than that. Let's say you've developed a time-travelling capsule. Never been seen before and will change the world. In your mind, everybody will want it. The only way you're going to know, though, for sure, is to put it in front of your target market and see whether they agree. Now, time travel at £100 a go is going to have a certain level of interest. I'd be in. But at £100,000 a go, maybe a different story. Too many founders and investors ignore the fact that price is a key element of product market fit. 20 years ago, buying a coffee meant clicking a button on a vending machine, plastic cups, cheap, tasteless rubbish that came out. At that time, it was inconceivable that anybody would pay 10 times the price for a Starbucks. 90% of investors who were initially approached didn't believe it. And as it turns out, they were wrong. Sometimes a more expensive product can be a winner, and testing market fit gives you an idea of how much you can stretch the price before people and consumers start turning away. On the opposite side, the world is littered with companies who've provided their product for free or drastically reduced prices to stimulate interest. Investors have flocked like bees around a honeypot. When the business has tried to raise prices to a level that would make it sustainable, those users have drifted away. Think how many services you signed up for that are free, but you never actually have any intention to pay for. Creating a large user base that you can upsell to is all very well, but that doesn't prove market fit. In essence, product market fit is really about understanding how much people are prepared to pay for your product in a competitive environment, and how many of those people there are. It isn't about number of users, customers or revenue. Those numbers as they grow simply reinforce the fact that you have product market fit, but they are as much about sales and marketing as they are about product market fit. The proof happened earlier, when you understood how many people out of 100 would buy your product at your optimum price, such that when you work those numbers into your financial plan, you have the confidence to invest further in marketing so that 100 can soon become 1,000 and then 10,000 and so on. But sometimes you also need to be strategically savvy. If you develop a battery that can last twice as long as the market leader but costs half as much, it's a no-brainer. And chasing market fit could actually be harmful. I know there'll be some investors who'd still bang on about the need to prove market fit, but they're investors you don't want. In fact, they should be working in a bank and not pretending to be startup investors. It makes total sense to have research backing up those claims, but if you have those two ingredients, the key to your success isn't market fit, it's exploiting what you have as quickly as possible before your competitors can respond. Apple were perhaps the greatest experiments I've seen of this approach. Cloak and dagger development, deconstructed supply chains, little market research, and product launches that would swamp markets within weeks. Brilliant execution that recognised the biggest advantage they had was being first. So product market fit is powerful when used right, it's misleading when misunderstood, and harmful when not needed. If you're a founder, the key to it is making sure you have proof of a solid foundation to give you the confidence to spend more on marketing to exploit it. Thanks for watching. If you found this useful, hit subscribe, drop a comment, or reach out at focus15.co.uk. In the meantime, stay focused and we'll see you in the next one.